Now, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Bartek, Ultimate Melee, Tekken, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Ultra 4, Animal Crossing, and now even Teppen? Is there a game you don't play? The answer is no, because my ADHD causes me to rotate games every 2 weeks. It's a serious problem, please help. Anyways, I love Teppen. It's a fun card game with a really unique battle mechanic. I haven't played it in a long time, but I've just gotten back into it. Though my favorite deck is Wesker, because Wesker is fucking cool. My very close second is this baby right here, Red-Black Rathalos. I stopped playing around when Nero came out. However, I played against some of the newer decks, and even without knowing what they did, I kinda ran over them with this build, so if you want ignorant aggression, this is probably the deck for you. The creatures and spells in this deck are really cheap. You play a bunch of cheap buff spells and executes, and your highest cost unit in this deck is this guy. He's a 4-drop and has flight and combo. That's crazy. After like 2 to 3 buffs, he just shits out damage. And the reason we play it on Rathalos? Well, with how quickly you're slinging out either these buff spells and executes, Rathalos racks up AP pretty quick. And his special says every time you buff a unit with a spell, give something plus X attack, where X is the amount of times a card was used to boost an attack. I have one-shot people with the Flight combo guy and Rathalos skill late game before. Now, as I just said, I only recently got back into Teppen, so I don't have enough to craft State of Nothingness, but I 100% recommend adding this card. It furthers the game plan so much and is a huge drop. I'd say this is the only necessary change, and I'd probably put it in place of Sense of Duty. It's not a necessary card to win, obviously, but I think putting it there would push the deck even further. A funny card to test, I think, would be Forbidden Fruit. Once you get Sergios out, drop a fruit on that boy, and you just start stacking them up. The big risk is that other red decks could just hit him for 6 with Hado, and you'd be taking that to the face, but I think it'd still be an interesting pick, and really cool to try out. Though the deck is really fun, it does have some bad matchups. Black decks do pretty well against it, as their cheap removal can hit pretty easily, and obviously fuck Halt Morrigan still. Though, I'd argue Halt Morrigan is just painful for everyone playing against it, not just this deck. But yeah, that's about it. I really enjoy playing the deck. It's probably not as good as my Wesker build, but it's really fun and I absolutely recommend playing it yourself and trying it out.